hopefully we all now understand better about what big data is, that it really is revolutionary and will change our world. You know, you look at what happened with the Industrial Revolution and how that changed the world. It took us from an agrarian society with low life expectancy, and it basically completely changed the world. Same you could say is true of the computer revolution that occurred in the 1970s. I would submit to you that the revolution that we're underway right now will completely change the way we look at business. If you read the Wall Street Journal articles yesterday, you'd see that there are a lot of people saying this is a total new paradigm. And so it's time for us in the contact center industry to wake up and realize that this has implications on our business. That if we recognize that these voice streams are rich and replete with information about how our customers are feeling about the product, and recognize that we can actually do more than just be reliant upon disposition codes that an agent puts in at the end of a call to say what a call was about. We can actually listen to those phone calls using voice analytics and really begin to glean from that information about what's going on in those customers' minds. We can also look at their transactions, their chats, the other ways that we can begin to tap into who these people are and how they're acting and how they might behave in the future. We have data analysts on our staff, and you can barely speak English to these guys because they really think like in a totally different paradigm. They're really focusing on patterns, they're focusing on what's going on with this data, and they really are looking for, they like live, eat, and breathe this stuff. And as a result, they're able to look for trends and threads and really begin to understand the customer's DNA. And that has real relevance in business.
I don't care whether you host a TV show or you sell a widget, you're a customer service business. Every organization is in a constant state of change, and either you leverage into that change or you become irrelevant and no one cares. So instead of clinging to those past business practices, what you should do is leverage into what you see around you, innovate. This should wake you up. 73% of customers 1845 would bolt to a competitor after a negative customer experience. 85% are going to share it on a social network. This is scary stuff. This is stuff you got to nip in the bud. You have to have a sense of urgency, and I don't care what size your company is. I don't care if you're 3 people, I don't care if you're a $1 billion company. You need to handle a crisis the same way. You need to get out in front of it. But make the transaction about them. It's not about you. You think it is. You got a Facebook page. What are you thinking? Had a sandwich. Go to bed. Knock it off. I don't care. You think your life is important, and that messes you up when you're dealing with customers. So how do you get good? I think you should behave more like a talk show host. Yeah, I can speak to this because I've got 4,000 hours of television, and I had the moment. With a star. I'll share with you in a moment. But talk show hosts are trained to do something you're not. We're trained not to show interest in other people. We're trained to show extreme interest in other people. When you make it about the other person, when you show interest in someone else, you have injected them with a drug so powerful they're going to want to come back for more.